in his
First leg,
6-2 victory
to Roith
against Christian Kiss. And you'd expect to see Shaggy move through to the next round. It's not a bad start, and it's not a bad follow-up. It's easy, Paul. Easy this game.
Well, Joe's one of those guys who's got a really good fluid action. It's very lazy looking. But when he gets it right, he gets it very, very right. Like you say, he has one on the Pro Tour. Year on year, they get harder to win. A lot of people out there who've not won a pro event. So at least Joe can say that he's done that.
Yeah, well, that was in 2015. He also won 2 Challenge Tour events that year as well. And that win propelled him into some TV tournaments, and he ended up
58
being granted a tour card at the end of that year because of his performances. So it just shows how still, despite the top players being consistently there for that reason,
98.
one run on one day can change everything.
It definitely can. I suppose that's one way to get your tour card. School, you can get it through the Challenge Tour.
134.
Or if you're on the Challenge Tour, get an opportunity to just win an event. Joe's doing everything right in this leg. Is he going to go for it?
139.
Well, he worried that bullseye.
He went for it all right. He's moved it. Moved the bullseye. It's slightly lower now than it was before Joe Murnan threw that dart.
45. Joe, you require 25.
This is pretty conventional. Double 10. Back up to where the first dart was, a little higher. And a beautiful shot.
The first leg, Jermaine.
Right in the bottom corner.
Gabriel to
well, it is a good shot. There are a lot of routes for 25. And the problem with that route is that you can leave a blocker if you end up being back
60.
on the double 5. And it looked like that could have been the case, but Murnan found the bed.
Especially the way that his darts go, because there's a little bit of an upright angle for them. And
140.
It was a great shot because of that reason. He wasn't able to see all of the double 5, but bottom corner looked great.
97.
Joe's got to be proud of how he got through qualifying. He came through Simon Preston 6-5 and Andrew Gilding 6-5 and took out the ever-talented Kyle Anderson 6-3 to get through to this stage. And Gabriel Clemens, he took out a few guys last night, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. Clemens beat Patrick Fowler 6-1. Cheery through a few darts like this in the process as well. But yeah, after that, well-known names on the European Tour. Robert Marjanovic, Dragutin Hova and Andrei Velga.
100.
It's like a who's who of the creme de la creme of German darts, really.
Well, we saw Murnan have a pop at 164.
56.
We usually talk about the distance between qualifiers and the actual event. Well, for Gabriel Clemens, he won last night, as a lot of the host nation guys have to do. But Joe only qualified for this a week ago, so there's not really a great deal of difference. Joe Murnan for a 2-0 lead.
40.
Has 95, and he has, again,
95.
like in the last leg, he's got options. He's going to go for treble 19 by the looks of it. That leaves 88. That leaves double 14. Oh, that's clinical from Shaggy's brilliant darts.
Third leg, Joe to throw first.
Yeah, solid start from Mr. Murnan. And he had a hit and miss weekend really last weekend in Wigan. He qualified for this
85.
event but not Gibraltar next week. And then on the Saturday he got to the last 16. Was beaten in the first round on the Sunday.
180.
All you can do is just play your best every day, and that's exactly what Joe does. For me, he's a grinding type of player. He just gets on with it. Nothing usually phases him, and that's about as big a celebration as you'll ever see.
Well, it's back-to-back maximums from the pair. Can Clemens make it back-to-back of his own? He can. What on earth is going on here, Paul?
I wonder how many 180s we're going to see this weekend. I'll tell you what, there's been a few this afternoon already.
We'd rather see the 141, wouldn't we?
100. Maybe 141.
141 for the home nation guy. Ooh, that could have lifted the roof off, and I tell you what, the guys coming in tonight would have got wet.
85, Joe, you record 136.
He might not win the leg. As Joe Murnan's looking at 136. Well, Clemens will return to try and halve the deficit, and this is a very, very good leg for the German player,
56.
especially because it's against the throw.
2 20s. Now he needs 2 10s. It's not there, so Joe Murnan gets a pop at this 93. Will he go bull? Will he go treble 19? He's going for the treble. 74. He's used the Barneveld way of thinking. If you don't hit 2 trebles, or one treble from 2 visits with a dart, then you don't deserve a shot.
20.
But Clemens needs double 10. He's double 5.
Yeah,
he only just nicked that one.
Gabriel Clemens.
Needed that. Otherwise, he was staring down the barrel of a 3-0 deficit.
Game on.
Very good stuff from Gabriel Clemens there. Just going to get your opinion, Paul, on the finish there on these 93 type shots. It's a gamble, isn't it, going for the treble? But you see the likes of Michael van Gogh, and then if he does miss it, go for 2 doubles because he feels it's a bigger target. He's got more chance of hitting it. You mentioned Raymond van Barneveld as an example of a player who wouldn't go that way. You've also got the option to go for the bullseye in the first place and guarantee yourself a dart at the bull.
140.
Which is the right way, Paul.
We could be here all night talking about this. It's the age-old debate. But I think it just depends on how you feel.
55.
The beautiful thing about the last 15 years in this game is that counting has evolved. And we wouldn't have been having this conversation
60.
Back in the late 90s. We really wouldn't. Players like John Part and a lot of the young Dutch guys coming through with a different way of playing steel-tipped darts have shown us that there are different
99.
Tactics and different ways of doing it. And that's why we're talking about it now. But the right way, I think the situation itself lended itself to 25 first. But
100.
Joe's up there. We're down here. We've got to go with what he wants to do.
Yeah, you do see the old conventional checkouts from the past, don't you? Certain on really big numbers. So for example, nowadays you see a lot of players go for 1-4-2 by going for treble 17.
79.
And
nothing wrong with that one.
Double top.
20.
Again, it's something that you perhaps wouldn't have seen much in years gone by.
That's right. The double
60.
treble, as it's called.
Yeah. 128.
That's definitely very popular at the moment. 60 and bull would have got the leg, but now it's a 60 shot out that Gabriel Clemens has.
60.
So all of a sudden be 2-2 with Joe Murnan.
He's had to step across because the first dart's obscured the target. He's aiming about half the bed here,
40.
And that's why he couldn't nail it.
You require 72.
In baseball terms, Joe Murnan can steal now with double 12. Oh, that's beautiful. Just what the doctor ordered. And the only person who feels sick up there is Gabriel Clemens right now.
Game on.
The first dart intentionally thrown high just to avoid any prospect of busting by hitting that target, which Murnan has filled up.
190.
But then he got him into problems because he couldn't find a way past the dart. You see, he's another one of those players whose darts stand to attention.
59.
I guess Joe Murnan would have been sick as a chip, really, that the venue that he won his Pro Tour
61.
at is no longer on the circuit. He won at Coventry, and that was moved to Milton Keynes just down the road. I suppose Keegan Brown would say the same. He won his Pro Tour event at Coventry as well. But we do move on, we evolve. And like on the European Tour this year, we've moved to some different venues like Saarbrücken. Going to a place called Göttingen as well. Went to Jena. It's all these people buying too many tickets, Murph.
Yeah, but this
100.
venue here in Sindelfingen, this is the most used European Tour venue. Very popular event, this one.
For a lot of reasons. Easy to get to, Stuttgart Airport, about 20 minutes away. Good facilities here, lots of big hotels. Great arena. Had some great champions here. Michael van Gerwen, Wes Newton,
80.
Adrian Lewis.
Mervyn King.
Indeed.
Well, 65 left. The choices here as well.
Yeah, 15 here. That's why you go 15 right there. Because if you hit 68. The bullseye, you gift your opponent a chance. You go treble 15 if you gamble that way. You got double 10.
Well, there's a chance it hasn't been taken.
97, Joe, you recall
by Gabriel Clemens. So Murnan will look to repair the damage. Now he's found himself on tricky double 3, and now he doesn't get another shot.
No score.
His opponent does have the chance to break.
You recall 46.
He's done a dodgy onion. He's got himself in a pickle. That's what you call a good miss. Double 14. This is tricky as well. Double 7.
32.
Now Joe will be thinking, thank God I've bust this, because now I've got an easier double in double 6. Double 6 for 4-1. Can he hit this? It's still open for business.
6. Gabriel, you recall 14.
Well, it's been a high quality opening session. We've rarely seen a leg that's taken 21 darts to win. But Clemens gets away with that one. And this match is back on throw.
Well, Shaggy would be saying to himself, I would have won that leg if it wasn't for that pesky double 7.
Gabriel to throw fast. Game on.
Absolutely sick right now. He had so many darts to win that leg. He will be livid with himself. You'll never be able to see it with Joe because he's very stone-faced.
140.
But inside he'll be bubbling.
And Clemens looking to turn the screw off with a 140. You do wonder.
60.
Okay, Murnan has played on European Tour events before, but not since May last year, and he was beaten by a home nation qualifier in the first round. Now, that home nation qualifier had a
58.
bit more of a reputation because it was Max Hopp. There are battle scars out there, aren't they?
I think every dart player has got a lot of
100.
battle scars, and sometimes history repeats itself. And Joe will definitely know that he played against Max 58. In his last European event. He'll want to right that wrong. There's been a lot of encouraging stuff from Joe Murnan in this match.
140.
And this game always is about consistency. Everyone's got the talent. It's just about who is the most consistent.
Well, this pair have both hit 3 maximums. One leg really has severely damaged their average stats. String of missed doubles at the back end
85.
of leg 5. Well, this match is in the balance. The first couple of legs, it did look like Murnan was going to run away with it. But that doesn't appear to be happening.
96. You recall 116.
This is a lovely number. He will fancy this. Well, he won't now, because he can't finish it. But Gabriel Clemens can definitely finish the 88.
It must be annoying when you throw 76. A loose one on a 3-figure combo, the next dart goes in the treble.
Oh, it's awful. All he won is one shot at a double. Clemens needs the bull. Oh, it's right in the middle. It's in the bullseye of the bullseye. Poke its eye right out.
Joe to throw fast.
3-3.
Game on.
England 3, Germany 3.
Well, wonderful stuff from Gabriel Clemens.
96.
To level up this tie. Murnan in a bit of a muddle, a bit of a mess at the moment. You just see him in the background trying to just regroup 60. A little bit, and the last couple of times he's been to the board with a finish in front of him, it's been dodgy stuff, hasn't it?
100.
It's been a little edgy, yeah. Tell you what, you look into the history of Gabriel Clemens over the last couple of years, he's played some good stuff. Got himself
60.
into a couple of events like these. Played a few opens around Europe and had some success. Maybe now, you know, after that experience in September of playing
30.
On the stage against Johnny Clayton, he's just beginning to feel a little bit more comfortable, and we're seeing what he can do. And the brilliance of the last couple of legs, you know, taking those shots out, I think he's starting to make Joe Murnan think a bit more.
105.
Good maths from Murnan. And he got 275. The bog standard minimum is 105.
100.
Well,
You go 170.
can he banish his demons on the finishing? Would have been a nice way to do it. But he'll happily just set the shot up.
94.
That leaves another nice number. No dart player in the world who doesn't like that number 76. It's just so inviting.
58. You requires 76.
But he's done exactly the same that he did in the previous leg.
Yeah, it was 116 the last time,
68.
wasn't it? And all you need to do is hit one treble 20 and a single and a double. It sounds so simple. But both times he's had 116 and 76, two good numbers. Dragged that first one into the 5, and he's allowed Clemens an opportunity. But if he hits this double 4, he'll fix everything. Lovely dart from Murnan, a great guide, and took advantage of it.
Gabriel to throw first. Game on.
You're a dart player, Paul. Let's delve into the mind, because that one double could change everything, couldn't it? When you've been missing
40.
Not just doubles, but messing up finishes like he had in the previous visits and the previous legs. All you need, isn't it? Is it just one double can just settle you down again?
Yes, absolutely. And it's a situation like that where it's so
100.
close. It's a great guide, but you've still got to throw a really good dart to get it in.
It was that close. It seemed to move the wire and actually make the target smaller.
125.
If he's seen that, it just inflates his confidence even more, because he got to hit a double that was smaller. Nothing makes you doubt yourself more than when you're
100.
missing lots and lots of doubles. I mean, Joe's such a good finisher. I've played him in qualifiers, 4 events like this. And
100.
like I said earlier on to Dan, you know, dart players are constantly talking about the matches they've lost instead of the ones they've won. But I remember Joe's hit huge finishes against me. He loves 160, 161s.
42.
When he gets going, he is just destructive.
$96.
Now you've got to get your thinking cap on here, Joe. 259. That's that 5 again. I favour the 19 route with the first dart. At the very worst, square off that 19, and then you've got single 20 and 60 will leave a finish.
Well, that's another different route we often see
62.
now. And O'Going Price is a big fan of the 18s route on the 140.
Depends on what you like, 32. But in that situation, when Joe's not on a finish, I favour going for the 20s.
98.
Straight ton leaves the tops. And if you get the 260s, you've got double 10.
Well, it's got to be 25 ball now. So Murnan's back with his 76. Let's see if he can avoid
30.
firing a wide this time.
You require 76.
Good line and length. And there's that 5 again. And he's asking himself why. Can still win the leg. No, he can't. But 3 occasions now, he's done that. It'll be puzzling him.
So Clemens looking at tops. Good guide.
28.
Can't find it this time.
You
The
require
German
50.
was handed gift wrap to 21 dart leg earlier on. This is similar, the same. If he takes it out, he does take it out
flag,
and moves within 1 leg of the checkered flag.
Look at that last dart. He didn't even think about aim, and he just went for it. And that's just natural talent. The amount of hours that Joe is able to put in at home, that was just, I like double 10. I don't even have to aim for it. I know where it is.
100.
Well, the winner of this will take on Benito van der Pas, who was brutally beaten in the final by Peter Wright at the last European Tour event.
140.
That was a finish for the ages, that one. And that'll have made Benito feel sick.
Van der Pas missed a match start to win his first European Tour title.
85.
But Snakebite had other ideas and took out the 1-2-1 on the bull. Van der Pas will be hoping to recreate that chance for himself again.
55.
But his first hurdle will be the winner of this one, and it's looking likely right now to be this man, Joe Murnan.
One thing Joe's done is he's silenced the crowd a little bit over the last couple of legs, which is very, very good for him.
93.
That way he can just settle himself in and just play darts instead of having to deal with the crowd like Matt Clark had to do earlier with Rene Bernd.
49.
Yeah, well, Bernd didn't make, and it's looking unlikely that Clemens will progress to the second round, but there are 2 more home nation hopefuls in action this evening.
59.
Bernd Roith taking on Wales' Mark Webster, and Max Hopp against Zoran Lerchbacher. You'd feel the most likely to progress.
I don't know, Zoran's been playing very well this season. He's had some really good games. Tough match for Max later.
Well, this is where we started. Murnan going treble 20, treble 18, and then went for the bullseye in the very first leg, but missed it.
32.
Now he's set up the shot and will return to finish the job.
Well, he's had his foot on Clemens' throat the last
100.
5 or 6 minutes.
32.
And this will close it off. Shaggy needs double 16. And he gets it. He has progressed and he's taken out the home nation qualifier. Holds his opponent's hand high in the air, but he can hold his chin up after a very solid display. There were a few hiccups in the middle, but you can see a little smile from Joe Murnan now.